What's up, fam? I'm coming through with another video, and this topic is going to be based off of me giving high schoolers advice, because this is very important for you guys. This is important for, if you're a parent right now, you should watch this because you can give them this advice. You can show them this video, because I made mistakes when I was in high school that I shouldn't have made, but I did because I had no mentors, I had no coaches, I had no family members that was telling me the right things. I had no nothing. I had absolutely nothing. I was clueless when I was in high school. I only knew one thing. I knew there was a bunch of possibilities of what I could do after school, and I did a lot of the things that I thought I would. But I just knew one thing in high school. There's just about nothing that I want that is in high school. Like, I don't want to be a carpenter. I don't want to be a welder. I don't want to do any of these things that you guys are trying to offer me here. There's probably like one or two things, maybe three, that I'd ever go through with school. And the odds of that were slim. Because I just had bigger, better ideas outside of school that you don't need school for. So, and my options, if I was going to go through with school, which wasn't going to come right away either, was to be a youth worker or do some type of courses that's going to be involved with psychology, do something like this. I thought about being a gym teacher before. No way that's happening. I don't want to do that. I honestly don't, but I thought about it. It crossed my mind. It's something I would partially enjoy and be good at, but didn't think that was happening. Didn't happen. You don't need school for the military. I thought about joining the military. When I was 16, I thought about being a police officer, but that changed pretty fast. No way in hell I'm being a police officer. I don't want to do that shit. And that's about it for that. But now on to my advice. When you were in high school, you literally do not know who you are. You do not know who you are yet. You're spending all your time in school, surrounded by people. Maybe not every single person, but you're surrounded by at least some people you don't want to be around. It is a distraction. Even your friends that you're cool with, it's a distraction. It's taking you away from yourself. Now, I don't like high school because they're making you make a very, very, very big decision at such a young age, when there's so many unanswered questions that you have as a person. You're 17 or 18 years old, and you have to make the decision that's going to affect your life for the rest of your life, no matter what. If you take this course, and you go through with this course, that's it. That's a wrap. You're either going to pass and get the job, or you're going to take this course and you're going to drop out and you're not going to do it. Either or. There's no other option. And as soon as you take this course, now you're pretty much in debt. So that's going to affect your life for a very long time in your life. That's a big, 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 big thing. People really need to think this through, because you can think you want something, and a lot of parents put so much pressure on their own children to make these massive decisions right away, just so they can look good to the other parents. This is a big reason why they do this, because they want to see them as winning all the way through. They want to brag to other parents and say, look what my kid's doing. I know parents who are going around with cell phones, showing everybody else, look at my son's vehicle, look at my son's car, look at my son's truck. You know what I mean? This is what parents do. Parents are batshit crazy today. This is the shit that they're doing. And it's ridiculous. I see it happening. I've had parents come up to me, showing me pictures of your kids' vehicles, and I don't even know what my reaction is, really. I just sort of, I look at them, I give off the vibe like that's great, because it is. I have 0% hater in me, so I'm not like all weirded out by it, but it's just like, I know what you're doing, but like, congratulations, but like, I know what you're doing. And I honestly don't even think this is in your children's best interest to be getting something like this right now anyways. But at the same time, yes, congratulations. But, you know, I know what's up. You know, I know what's up. So, that's what it is. I see it all the time. The thing is, you could pick a course. You could go through with it. You could start school after high school and then realize, oh shit, like this is not what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? This happens a lot too. I know some of my friends dropped out. Some of my friends that I have to this day that are still young, younger than me, have dropped out. And that's going to affect them for the rest of their lives, because they realize they didn't want to do it. They would literally rather commit suicide than go back to school. I'm trying to convince them, like, bro, you should, like, you went through with this, you did this, you paid all this money for this. I really believe you should go back and finish and get this, because you can get a really good job with this and make a lot of money back fast. And while you're doing that, you could think about something else that you want to do. It's not like you have to do this for the rest of your life, but like, man, that's a lot of money. And this is a risk of picking something out of fear fast while you're in high school, when you're not even like fully focused. The only way I suggest to go ahead and pick a course directly after high school is if your kid themselves, or if you're a high school student and you're watching this, if only you yourself wholeheartedly know you want to do something, because people can, and people do know right away what they want to do, and that's great, but a lot of people don't, and that's why I'm making this video. Because I don't want you guys to make the wrong decisions. And I don't want you guys to make a decision based off of fear and panic and anxiety, and people are putting pressure on you to hurry up. You gotta pick what you're gonna do, and you have to go and you do it. No, you fucking don't. You can take your time. You don't have, there's no age where you have to have all your shit together. People that think you need to have your shit together at 21, I want to punch in the fucking face. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. There's people that literally need to take time. And parents get the idea of, if they don't go back to school right away and pursue school right away, they're not going to go back, period. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe they won't. Or maybe they will. But guess what? They can find something else outside of school. They don't need high school to become successful and have success in their lives. That's the thing. There's so many things today that you don't need school for. And I'm living proof of this. There's so many things. You can turn nothing into something. You just have to want it. You have to work hard at it. It's what you have to do. You can do anything. You just have to want it more than everybody else wants it. You have to want it that bad. And at the end of the day, you got to show up to work every day anyways and break a sweat. So you might as well break a sweat and push your own self and your own limits, instead of showing up somewhere else and having somebody push you. You can push yourself. I think that's another problem a lot of people have too, is they lack discipline. They lack their own discipline to push themselves. They almost need somebody. They almost need a teacher to tell them what to do and then do it. It's almost like they have no discipline themselves to work their asses out towards something they really want themselves. And that's just because they don't know what they want to do. Because if they knew what they wanted to do, they would do the work. And how do you find out what you really want to do? You have to start fucking trying things. And you know what else you have to do? You have to work extremely hard towards things that might not work out. And you have to start all over again. But in this process, I promise you, you will find it is what you want to do. And this is just how it is. And in my opinion, this is a lot better than taking a road or doing something you don't want to do for the rest of your life. Or run the risk of taking that course and now you're in all that debt and you don't even want to do it. Not at all. You completely changed as a person. Your mind completely changed. And this is what happens. But like I said, the only way I think you should is if you as a person yourself, without nobody else's opinions, without nobody else's pressure, you look at the thing that you want to do and you say, I wholeheartedly want to do this. Like, I literally want to do this. And I would love to do this. And it would fulfill me to do this. I really, really, really want to do this. And I'm going to do it. Without nobody else's questions. Then you go ahead and you take the course after high school. I would suggest that. I just think a lot of people don't have that mindset. A lot of people do want to pick something out of fear and out of panic and end up picking the wrong thing just because they want to fit in, just because they don't want to disappoint their parents. It's not about your fucking parents. This is about you. This is about your life. Guess what? Fuck your parents. And guess what else? Your parents was you like 2 seconds ago. That's how fast time goes by. Your parents ain't shit. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. I'm just being honest. I don't like how a lot of parents act like these almighty gods towards their children. It's not healthy. Look at the best parents in the world. Look at the healthiest parents in the world. They're so humble towards their kids. They want to see their kids do great things and be better than them and live a happier life. That shows good, loving parents. That shows parents that genuinely care about their own kids more than they care about themselves. That's like the least narcissistic parents that is in this world. But these other parents are all about themselves. They force their kids into things. They want their kids to do what they don't want to do themselves. They want to make their decisions for their own kids. So whenever their kids make the decision that they want, now they can perceive themselves as higher and mighty because they force their kids to do this, right? And it makes them look better because they took a path that they want them to take, right? Wrong. That is a narc parent right there. They're all about themselves. They're not thinking about the happiness, the health, the long term for their own kids. They're thinking about, I want to look good and I want my kid to look good so it makes me look better. And that's their perception is fucked up. Very fucked up. Something needs to be changed about this. This is not being talked about enough. And it should be. This should be out there. Every single person in the world should hear this message right now. That's how fucking important this is. Because happiness matters more than everything. I mentioned this in a video before. I think quite a while ago, but there are people that are making multis of millions every single year that are completely miserable. It's like they sold their soul to do this. And they're some of the happiest people in the world are making like 40 to 60K a year, which is still good money. I mean, it's not bad money, right? You can live off this just fine. And they're some of the happiest people in the world are making that kind of money. Happiness is the key. And not everybody is happy going to school, and especially going to school after school. Not everybody is happy taking the path of an entrepreneur, because it's some of the hardest shit you will ever do in your life. You have to really love the game. You have to be that type of a 1%er type of person to really do it. That's what it is. Your mind has to be programmed a certain way to actually do it and to actually have success at it. That's how it has to be, because there are very few people in this world that take this path. And it is brutal, but you have to love it. You have to love a challenge. It's all about how much pain can you take and keep on going. You have to have that warrior mentality, that warrior spirit to do that. So not everybody likes that. Not everybody likes stuff that involves business. You have to pick your path. You have to know who you are and what you like. And you can't let anybody else decide your future. You have to pick your future. You have to try things. You might have to fail. You might just take a course and back out. You might do it. And honestly, I think that's even better than going through with it and then getting that job you don't even want. In my opinion. And I think a lot of people get shamed for doing things like this because they're perceived as a loser that couldn't finish school. But I believe it's not even true. I believe they just really didn't want to do it. They chose to do it because they got pressured into doing it. And they honestly don't want to fucking do it. They're not going to live their life like this. And that's just what it is. Everybody's a winner. Everybody can win at something. You just have to find it. You have to listen to your own voice. Block everything else out. Learn yourself. Self-educate yourself. It's perfect to do that nowadays. You have every resource in the world. You can do this for free. You don't need school for shit. Can you do it? Yes. Do you need it? No. You just have to figure it out. And don't let anybody else make that decision for you, for God's sakes. Alright, I'm cutting this video off now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This can even go for people this is in between the ages of like high school, which is like 15 to 16, all the way up to like 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 even, you know? You don't have to figure your shit out at a specific age. You could eat shit all the way up to your mid-20s. You could eat shit to the end of your 20s and strike gold in your late 20s, early 30s, mid-30s. Life is strange, and things are going to happen on your timing. Best believe that. Just listen to your own voice. Block out the negativity. Block out people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because they don't. They don't know you. They don't know what's going on in your mind. Your parents don't know you. They don't know what's going on in your mind. I find it funny that a lot of people pretend like they have you figured out and like they own you and that they know exactly who you are. But yet they don't even know who the fuck they are. Stay away from those people. I'm out.